All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. We have a GM mostly mag to review today. I think they started on Penny, went thing a little bit, but they wanted to start here. So they said they want some general feedback on tanking. Was forced on tank at the start of the game, which was nothing unusual. But then when I eventually get my bearings, when I switch to mag and I start getting picks and doing all I can, only to be told I'm bad at tank when we get on attack. All right. Classic. Sorry, that's how all of us tank mains are born. And then you get used to it and you like it. So let's see. This is going to be weird. We got to figure out where our team's at. Looks like our Bucky's already dead. But we're pushing. We have a rocket ult going on. Enemy team has quite the advantage. Oh. Good bubble. Nice. I don't like that bubble. So already, something to be careful of is you don't want to overlay your abilities, your shield and your self bubble. So we use our bubble and then we block it with the shield. So we get less value. So definitely be careful of that. The second thing is we use this bubble very prematurely. I know that our Bucky's dead and our tank pool got hooked in, but still we don't want to use it this prematurely. This is not good. So now we've used our shield and our self bubble, so we're not going to have it when we actually need it. There we go. There we go. Oh, get the kill. There you go. That's a much better use of bubble. I don't like this. All right, we make it work. You got to be careful when you use Maggle to have your target in mind before you do it, and it shouldn't just be a like reaction. It should just be like, oh, there is a support ult. I'm going to use it because in all likelihood, there's no reason you should get any kills using this. The only reason you did is because enemy team bad. Looks like we're getting our bearings down now. That's good. When I play Mad, I do instinctively ult, but I always try and see if I can get the support I want. If not, I look for other support. And if not that, I look for DPS. Yeah, I'd be careful with that. Because you're at the spot where that's going to start getting taken advantage of. Enemy teams will pick, like, they'll have a Punisher, a Cloak and Dagger, and like a Star-Lord. And then it's like, well, we could just get him to use it on one, and then we'll be free for the rest of the game. Okay. Once again, we have another bad bubble and a bad shield. Now, if your logic is I'm going to self-bubble to get my right click back, my secondary fire, and like get more damage, I understand the logic, but you're just leaving yourself vulnerable for a tiny bit of damage that's not really going to do much. And then here we have it again. And then we used our ult on an invis ult that we weren't able to kill, and now they have a cloak ult, right? This is a great scenario, though, where we used our shield earlier when we don't have it. And, like, if you stand up here with a mag shield, it's going to dissuade them from shooting it. A lot of the times that's enough to, like, keep the rocket ult up. Good shields. This is much better. Don't mind it. Block Bucky pull. Oh, okay. Let's see. Because that is a good use. If you see a Bucky hooking, like, definitely. Oh, you use that. Okay, gotcha. I did not catch that. That's good. I like that. Using cooldowns instead of cover, definitely. I think Exodius is actually like right on the mark here. Whenever you're playing a main tank and they have a Cloak and Dagger ult coming at you, you have to respect it. You just have to. So now they have a Cloak and Dagger ult, and you know just from playing, it's going to go here, here, here. It's going to go all the way to here. The only way you can actually hold space as a tank is by being a threat. That's how tanks hold space. They don't block damage. It's a threat that if you walk into my space, I'm going to kill you. And I can kill you faster than you can kill me because I have all the tools to keep myself alive. And you don't have it. So whenever there is an enemy support ult going on, like, you are now no longer a threat. You can't kill them. So you have to back up. Now, we get an ult, but you should take one look at this rocket ult and be like, this is a terrible rocket ult. It's just going to get broken. Even if it wasn't, it doesn't last as long as a cloak ult. And it's not as effective. So I need to back up. I need to give space here. There's like no reason. You can hang around for half a second and see like if it's being broken. And then the second it's gone, it's like, okay, we got to go. So we don't recognize the threat until it's way too late. And then here it's like, it's already too late. Because if we were back to here and then they turn the corner, we still have a chance to do things. Now we can see like, oh, Mag's ulting. Let me look around. I can bubble my White Fox, pop. Now we're still going. And then now I've waited out enough time. Now we can do stuff. No support ult will last as long as C&D ult unless popped a bit after it. So C&D currently is 13 seconds. All of the other ones are 10 or less. Even after the nerf, it'll be 11. With the curtain, it's on both a resource meter and a cooldown. The cooldown is shorter than a resource meter. It's good to cancel the curtain. Interesting. That's good to know. Good use of curtain. Now we're trying to take space. We got to the point. Okay, this is not what Mag does. I don't mind that you take high ground. This is fine. One of the like benefits of Magneto is he can actually take advantage of the high ground. So I can't even explain this. Okay, yeah, stand up here, just start popping them, like going down. I'm not. I mean, maybe we're reacting to like they have a White Fox ult going off, and we're just kind of like trying to stall point. I kind of understand, but. They're just like, go play Mag, or go play Cap at that point, right? We have our ult. We know Cloak didn't ult, so Invis ult's coming up. We try to focus her. Yeah, you're so deep. Good lord, you keep getting kills when you really should not. So this is just, you know, in the last VOD review, we were talking about the line. Your line as Mag is much farther back here, especially because they have Bucky and Invis. If these two people are sentient, they will instantly, Bucky won't even use his hook. He'll actually just walk here and push you here. And then when you try to walk back, then he'll hook you back in. And then when you try to walk back again, then the Invis is going to pull you in. Like, this is just asking to be killed. As a Magneto. You can't play like this. And then because of that, we force out our ult to be used offensively. I think I'm too entitled to playing off tanks like Thing and Hulk. Yeah, that makes sense. There needs to be a switch in your brain of like swapping between I'm a frontline tank, or I'm an off tank, or I'm a dive tank. Like, that needs to be very, very clear. Because like we wasted an ult on a fight that we probably could have won without using it. And now they have Invis ult and Cloak and Dagger ult. All right, let's go back. So something that I don't think a lot of mag players have adjusted to yet is that this is now 15 seconds. It used to be like 12, I think, right? So your ally bubble is like significantly longer of a cooldown. So you really have to pick the person who's going to stay alive. And here we use a bubble on Bucky when instead we could have stood in front of him. We could have let him die. That probably would have been a better option. We could have let the supports heal him. But instead we use the bubble. And I think it's 15 and 8. So because of that, now we don't have the bubble for when we need it. 15 to 10. Okay, there you go. You guys got it. See, we could have used it to save the invis or somebody from that. I think I'm starting to pick up on a problem of being able to actually hold space and keep people back. Because Magneto, you want to keep people at an arm's length if possible and like stop them from pushing in. Because once you have an Iron Fist in your face, a reed in your face, a thing in your face, like now it's a really bad matchup for you. You want to whittle people down. So how do we keep people back? Your right click is a great option for that. Also, not splitting up your damage. A lot of these situations where we have all of this going on, like we just watched, we're splitting up our damage between a ton of people. It's much better to pick one person and bully that person, because then at least that person is going to back up. They have to, or else they're going to die, right? So here we're fighting some of the supports. That's good. And then we do some damage to Mag. And it looks like we're trying to stay onto the support, which is good. But like, I mean, this is also part of the problem of Marvel Rivals. There's so much going on screen that it's difficult. I would also check your settings. Make sure your, display settings, all this stuff. Turn it to like the minimum it can possibly run on everything except for like model detail. Team's dead. There goes. That's just ult advantage. Good tracking. No. Why? Oh, you could have killed her without it. You guys were winning this fight. And now they have Portal. This is gonna turn bad. This is gonna turn bad. Oh, this is scary. Oh, no. Damn. Okay. Yeah, not great ults. We gotta... With Mag, more than most people, you really have to... It's kind of like a support ult. You have to use it defensively, or at the very least in a reaction to something, right? So when I say defensively or reaction to something, it's like, is it really defensive if like the enemy cloak is ulting, we're trying to kill her? Like that's kind of an offensive thing, but you're reacting to the enemy cloak ult, using it at the right time. The next thing I've noticed is like in mid team fights, we do feel kind of lost here. Like, we don't feel confident. We're trying to kill the cloak. It's just difficult. Like, if you're gonna play mag into a comp like this, you really have to get good at up close, fast strafes. So there's I know you're on console, I believe, but there's an aim trainer program in Kovacs that's up close, fast strafes, where a thing is just like going really fast right in front of your face. I would practice that. Either that or like play thing into it, play a different tank. Because like it's really difficult to get value out of mag in situations like that. I'm not saying it's impossible. Great mag players can do it. I don't play mag in that situation because I can't. This is much better. See, now you can get damage on multiple people. You can force them back. This is good. Himself get dragged into the mosh pit. Yeah, that's true for all the fights before the last one. The last one was like, you don't really have a choice at that point. Okay. Back out. Okay, yeah, now we're not... Yeah. So this is... We get kind of... We use our curtain. Let's see. Just to kind of soak up some damage. Not the best use. White Fox TP's in, makes a good play on us. We have our bubble, but now we don't have our curtain much. And now we don't have bubble or curtain. Like here, you have to take cover. You have to respect the fact that you don't have cooldowns anymore. And I feel like we don't. We just get bulldozed. Like here, it's like, I'm going to stand behind the cart. I'm going to use the walls. Things like that. Yeah. Mag is just not the walk down main and deal with it kind of guy that people think he is. Like, he's a very much, I'm going to use cover, I'm going to bully somebody, I'm going to do some damage. Once again, like, look how far we are from the cover. Like, stand here, and then poke in and out. This is a little better, because now we're close to the cart. Yet again, I'm way too used to off tanks, because I want to enjoy tanking sometimes. Bro, I'm with you there. I literally don't even play main tanks anymore. I totally get it. But if you are going to play main tanks, we can't do this. This is also a great season for off tanks. At least it was when I was playing a couple weeks ago. Good. Look to bubble, look to bubble, look to bubble. Nice! Let's go. Okay, they have triple support. So we're probably going to kill the cloak. Unfortunate. Personally, I would have waited for the cloak. On the corner, around the corner, around the corner, around the... Yeah. This is just tough. I'm not saying I'm against main tanks, but I can now see how very much my off-tank mindset keeps getting in my main tank one. Oh. Yeah, makes sense. Please, don't go in. That's... I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like this. You're gonna get yourself killed. Ah, stop doing this, please. Oh. All right, here's what I'm gonna say. This shit worked. go for it. The second it stops working, I need you to recognize that throwing down your dash on cooldown aggressively and then using one of your damage reduction jumps aggressively is going to backfire on you at some point. So use it as much as you want, as long as it's working, because it clearly is in this elo, but like that's going to stop working. Here, again, there's no reason to use the dash here. Reed doesn't even have any movement abilities to, like, jump through. It's just going to get a kill. I am more confident on Thing, though, and at this point in the game, my only thought was deal damage and then kill them if possible. You have to be able to do that safely, though, and your number one tool to get out of things is your sprint. Because they can't stop it, they can't get in the way with it. Or get in the way of it, and it's not dependent on your teammates, where all the other things are. But I don't mind, like, playing Thing here. Just don't use that for damage. I also think Thing is really good right now. I've won a lot of games with him. There you go. Great use of the dash. Perfect. Yeah, that should get us. Good. Go in, go in. I don't mind this one because the fight's already won. Well, now we're just cleaning up. And there's 2 characters with movement abilities. That one's fine. Something else that gets me in trouble, and I'm sure a lot of other Thing players is not recognizing like how long these cooldowns are. They're pretty long. Oh, why are we on point? Why are we on point emoting? Go take the space! Go be up here. You should have been here this whole time. You should have been here right, secondary firing, like haymaker, turning the corner, and then once they walk close enough, or if they are smart enough to use their brains and shoot you out of it, then you dash back. Oh. Good. Use the corner. Okay, no, it's too late. That's fine. This was around 1 a.m. and even me, who have a pretty decent mentality, will get ticked after enough shit. Yeah. So that's the problem of tilt queuing and like playing late at night. We can go into that stuff if you want, but I feel like most people have a pretty good understanding of themselves and things like that. Like, try not to tilt queue, because I know that, like, you probably know this was terrible. You don't need to do a VOD review for me to tell you this is terrible. You need to not let this affect your gameplay. What song is this? This is actually... It says staff credits from Mario Kart Double Dash. So the problem is not the direction of it. The problem is like the timing, how you do it, and also your targets, right? Both of the characters that you wanted to hit have abilities to be CC immune. So like, it's not gonna work, unfortunately. And like, even if you do stun them, the value that you're gonna get of having both of these characters stunned is nowhere near the value that you get from having this character stunned, or even just forcing out their cooldowns and getting them in area, getting them like vulnerable. And then the last thing is, if we just do a quick count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already have a huge advantage here. I don't mind this ult that much because like your team's coming back, but It's a little goofy. What even happened? Okay, so your White Fox is dead. No, their White Fox is dead. Your Invis is here. Bro, I'm getting so confused. How did your whole team, like, walk behind them? What? Am I going crazy here? Oh, I switched to the wrong thing. That's why. Good lord. Guys, I'm losing it. I need to sleep better. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. Need to get more sleep. Nice. Okay, we're at a huge advantage, so this is fine. I like the idea here. I think we just need to go a little farther. Whenever you're using thing, it's very important to use the area of effect as area denial. So we get close, but just push it even farther. Literally slam down here. Go completely behind them. You'll kill so many people doing that. My gameplay is so bad. No, it's me. I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot going on the past couple weeks. Like, I haven't had an actual weekend to do things in a while, or even like days to do things. It's been a lot. Once again, we use our dash aggressively, and now we don't have it to get out. Not good. Did we purple there? Please tell me we didn't purple there. Purpled? Bro, you got a damage reduction. Your teammate here. You gotta use LB, not X. You're not alone. I get roughly 4 to 5 hours of sleep right now. Got Rogue and C&D Lord for what it's worth. That's really funny. These types of ults are always risky when you're really close to people, because it's very likely that you A, get canceled, and B, miss. But I mean, if you can make it work. Standpoint, standpoint. Damn. So a lot of this is like fights before, or losing the fight way early before the fight even begins. So we're not using cover very well. We're using our abilities like way too aggressively. We saw this on both Thing and Mag. It's like when you were playing Thing, you used your sprint so aggressively and you didn't have it. Then on Mag, you used your bubble really aggressively that you didn't have it when you need it. You used your curtain really aggressively, didn't have it when you need it. We split up our damage on both characters instead of focusing on one and forcing them back. And then our ult usage on both could use a little work on in terms of like priority. So on Mag, we should have saved it for the Cloak and Dagger and been sure we were going to hit it, but we used it on Invis, which is like way less value. Because, I mean, if you think about it, we already know Cloak lasts 13 seconds, Invis ult lasts 8. And so if we kill a Cloak ult, that's 5 more seconds of value than if we kill an Invis ult. Also, Invis has, invisibility jump and a self shield, and they have a mag, so it'll be harder to kill than Cloak, who only has Fade, who we can kill like right when that happens. Things like that. So anyway, the last thing I'll say is try not to tilt Q. Try not to play too late. Make sure we're drinking adequate water. Have a big thing of water at all times. Take a break either every game if you can or every other game to just go outside and get some air. Like, that's honestly so good for your mental health and like for your ability to play at like peak performance. Go take a break. Go get some fresh air, whether it's day or night, doesn't matter. If you can, take a walk. That's really good for you. Take little breaks. Just standing up like once an hour will help you so much when you're trying to grind. Like actually. So, not tilt queuing as much as going for fun, but yeah, need more water. But I do take breaks since they're needed. Based. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this VOD review. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. See you guys next time. Bye.